Today, we're going on a journey to Patan, Gujarat, in India, to explore an absolutely breathtaking architectural wonder. And this isn't just about stone and steps. It's really a story of love, of loss, and a masterpiece that was literally resurrected from the earth. I cannot wait to show you this, so let's just dive right in. So, get this. What you're looking at, it isn't some palace reaching for the sky. It's a temple that plunges 7 stories down into the ground. Yeah, it was actually designed as an inverted shrine to honor the sanctity of water. It's a true architectural marvel, and there's just nothing else on Earth quite like it. And that right there brings us to the central mystery of this place. I mean, how could a wonder of this scale, of this importance, just vanish for 700 years? It seems completely impossible. But that's the incredible story we're about to uncover. To really understand how it was lost, we've got to go back to why it was built in the first place. And this story, it begins over 1,000 years ago with a queen's powerful act of remembrance. The name itself, Rani Ki Vav, tells you a lot. It literally translates to the queen's stepwell. Now, in this arid part of the world, a stepwell wasn't just some simple hole in the ground. No way. It was this vital, often incredibly ornate way to get to the groundwater. Think of it as part public utility, part social hub, and, in this case, part sacred space. And here's the queen behind it all. This quote from way back in 1304 tells us it was Queen Udayamati. See, back in 1063, she commissioned this magnificent structure, but it wasn't just for water. It was a memorial to her late husband, King Bhima I, a truly grand testament to her love. For almost 200 years, this stepwell stood as a glorious monument. But then, nature intervened in the most dramatic way you can imagine, causing it to completely disappear. So what happened? A catastrophic flood from the nearby Saraswati River. And this flood didn't just damage the structure, it swallowed it whole. I want you to just imagine tons and tons of silt and sand pouring in, filling up this entire 7-story chasm and completely burying the queen's masterpiece. For centuries, it just sat there, hidden from the world. By the 1890s, when archaeologists finally showed up, all they saw was what they described as a huge pit. Only the very tippy tops of a few pillars were peeking out. They had absolutely no idea a 7-story marvel was buried right under their feet. But of course, that is not where this story ends, because in the 20th century, this buried treasure was brought back into the light, thanks to what has to be one of the most remarkable archaeological restorations ever undertaken. This timeline just perfectly captures its incredible journey, doesn't it? It starts in 1063, born from a queen's devotion. Then, boom, it's lost to a river's fury, forgotten for centuries as nothing more than a pit. And then, finally, it's painstakingly resurrected in the 1980s, eventually becoming the UNESCO World Heritage Site it is today. I mean, what a history! Okay, so now that we know its dramatic history, let's actually go down into the stepwell itself. This is where the sheer scale and the incredible artistry of Rani Ki Vav really truly come alive. First off, let's just talk about the scale. The stepwell is divided into 7 distinct levels. Each one is its own pillared pavilion, guiding you deeper and deeper towards the water waiting at the very bottom. And what's holding up these 7 levels? A staggering 212 pillars. And here's the really amazing part. Not a single one of them is plain. Every single surface is just covered in these unbelievably intricate carvings. And those carvings, my gosh, they basically create an open-air museum. We're talking over 1,500 individual sculptures here. It's an entire universe of stories all carved in stone. It is just mind-boggling. As you walk down these stairs, it really feels like you're entering another world. Each level is its own gallery, with the walls, the pillars, the brackets. Everything is just covered with this incredible scrollwork and these breathtaking figures. And what I find so fascinating is the sheer variety of what they carved here. It's not all religious figures. I mean, yeah, you've got the great Hindu gods, but right alongside them are celestial nymphs, scenes of daily village life, mythical serpent princesses, and these absolutely beautiful abstract patterns. So take a look at this. On one panel, you might see Parashurama, an avatar of the god Vishnu, but then right next to it, you get this incredibly detailed scene of a warrior on horseback, representing the mortal world. It's the divine and the human, just existing side by side. And here's another fantastic contrast for you. You see the powerful goddess Durga, a symbol of divine feminine power. But then you look at the borders and the wall panels, and they're filled with these delicate, abstract geometric patterns. And what's really incredible is that a lot of these patterns actually look like the famous local patola textiles. So this right here is what makes it so special. It has this kind of dual identity. On the one hand, yes, it's an inverted temple, a sacred space honoring water. But on the other, it's a profound celebration of the human experience, with sculptures showing women combing their hair, or writing a letter, or a mother holding her child. It's both sacred and deeply, deeply human. After its incredible journey from a buried pit to a restored marvel, Rani Ki Vav has now taken its rightful place, not just as a historical monument, but as a living symbol of India's cultural heritage. And then, in 2014, it got the highest global honor you can get. UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site, and that really cemented its status as a treasure belonging not just to India, but to all of humanity. And if you need any more proof of how important it is today, well, here you go. Since 2018, if you look at the back of India's 100 rupee banknote, you'll see a detailed image of Rani Ki Vav. It has truly gone from a buried ruin to a national symbol in the pockets of millions of people. The story of the Queen's Stepwell is just this powerful reminder that history is all around us, and sometimes the greatest treasures are buried right under our feet. It kind of leaves you wondering, what other masterpieces are still out there, just waiting to be rediscovered?